Organization of Islamic Cooperation, sometimes known as the OIC, is a global association of nations with permanent delegations to the United Nations. OIC is the second largest organization after the UN. This group is made up of representatives from 57 different Islamic nations. Most of them are from the Middle East and North Africa, the Caucasus, Southeast Asia, Central Asia, the Balkans, and South Asia. These nations have made the decision to combine their efforts and voices in order to safeguard the rights, advancement, and welfare of Muslims worldwide. The organization was founded as a result of a resolution made at the historic summit that was held in Rabat, Kingdom of Morocco, on September 25, 1969, in response to the unlawful fire of the Al-Aqsa Mosque in occupied Jerusalem. This organization has undergone a process of development from many aspects, including legislation, security, economics, and education, with the purpose of improving the welfare of the world population, particularly Muslims community. First, let us look at the legal development, where there have been a number of charters. The first charter was adopted by the Third Islamic Conference of Foreign Ministers session in 1972. The charter was amended to keep pace with the development that has been changing worldwide. During the 11th Islamic Summit held in Dakar in 2008, the charter was being revised, and the present charter today became the pillar of OIC's future Islamic action in line with the changes happening in the 21st century. Indeed, the charter is important in OIC as it serves as the guideline, principles, policies, and procedures for its associated members and organs. Second, the OIC has developed into a stronger safeguarding body. In the mediation efforts to resolve conflicts, OIC, for instance, was involved in solving conflicts that happened during the PLO Jordan conflict, Bangladesh-Pakistan conflict, Iran-Iraq war, the issues in Philippines, Thailand, and Somalia. Next, the cooperation with the United Nations. In July 2000, a meeting on cooperation between the United Nations and OIC and its specialized institution was held in Vienna. Substantive preparation for this meeting were initiated by the coordinating secretariats of the UN and OIC. The meeting adopted the following agenda. First, organization of work. Second, review of cooperation and appraisal of progress achieved in priority areas of cooperation. Third, consideration of proposal for enhancing the mechanism of cooperation between the United Nations and OIC and its institutions involved. Then, the Declaration on Human Rights. In the 1990 Cairo Declaration, the OIC laid out many of the rights articulated in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Indeed, the organization defended the preservation of human life, the protection of one's honor, family, and property, and upheld the human right to education and medical care, and not to forget social care. Next, we move to the development in finance and education. Fundamentally, the OIC has the power and influence in development of education and development facilities such as financing institutions throughout the Muslim world. One of it is Islamic Development Bank, IDB. IDB is a specialized institution of the OIC. It is an international financing institution. It aims to foster the economic development and social progress of member states and Muslim communities individually as well as collectively. The application of Sharia strictly prohibits any form of speculation or gambling, which differs from conventional banking. Next is ISESCO. ISESCO is a specialized international organization operating in the fields of education, science, culture, and communication within the framework of the OIC. Among the objectives of ISESCO is to consolidate cooperation among the member states in those fields, parallel to the framework of the civilizational reference of the Islamic world and in the light of the human Islamic values and ideals. Here are some examples of Islamic universities sponsored by the OIC. Then, we move to the science and technology. The Science, Technology and Innovation Organization (STIO) facilitates coordination between member states to incorporate science, technology and innovation. The STIO facilitates competitions in order to increase competence of innovation. In conclusion, it is important to note that the involvement of international organizations in the peace and conflict management processes taking place in African and Middle Eastern countries is growing in importance. Even though there are several regional international organizations active on these continents, the OIC has set the pace for addressing the challenges affecting the Muslim world. As a result, the OIC's voice has grown essential on a global scale, which explains why several international organizations and even non-Muslim states have begun to take notice towards their existence.